Hey guys, Dr. Justin Marcagiani here today. We're going to be talking about the top 5 nutrients. So, big one out of the gate, cinnamon's excellent. I put that one in my glucose synergy product. Cinnamon's excellent. It's going to help with good blood sugar utilization. It's going to help you. It's going to mimic insulin activity to increase. It's going to basically take insulin and it's going to allow it to transport glucose into the muscle, into the cell better, and utilize it for fuel. So it's going to have excellent efficacy at helping that glucose get into the cell so the body can burn it. Your body will use GLUT4 receptor sites to kind of pull some of that glucose in, and insulin will definitely help that. Some studies show that cinnamon can reduce fasting blood sugar levels and may have a beneficial effect on glycemic control. That just means keeping your blood sugar a lot more stable. So, good nutrient we can add in. Again, I'll put it on my Granny Smith apple and some almond butter. Great way to get cinnamon in, and just topically put it on a nice fruit that you like, and it'll lower your blood sugar from that. Movement after exercise is powerful. Like I've seen 15-20% reduction in blood sugar just going for a 5 to 10 minute walk after a meal. So if your blood sugar's up, let's say it's greater than 120, 130, 140, just do a 10-minute walk. You'll pull that blood sugar down 10, 20 points pretty easily. You can also pregame it by just doing like maybe 10, 15 air squats before you eat. That gets those GLUT4 receptor sites up on the muscle and ready to pull that glucose in, so then you can utilize it and store it in the muscle as glycogen instead of leave it in the bloodstream. Alpha-Lipoic Acid, it's a sulfur compound. It's a powerful antioxidant, definitely has insulin sensitizing benefits, helps reduce blood sugar. Anytime you sensitize insulin, you are going to manage blood sugar better. It aids in the conversion of glucose into energy. That means glycolysis, breaking glucose down, utilizing it, converting it into ATP. You get some ATP production through glycolysis. You get some through the Krebs cycle / citric acid cycle. And the most you're going to get is going to be through the electron transport chain. But that enhances glucose uptake. Alpha-lipoic acid also been shown to reduce peripheral neuropathy. So if you have very high blood sugar, that can cause inflammation of the nerves, and that can really help improve nerve damage, especially the R-lipoic acid is really good. Chromium, awesome, very good. Plays a very important role with carbohydrate and fat metabolism. It's going to help insulin maintain sensitivity. So the more sensitive your insulin is, the less of it you need. The less of it you need, the less chance your cells have it becoming insulin resistant. And this is going to help with less blood sugar. Chromium has been found to be beneficial in improving glycemic control. That just means preventing the high and low blood sugar swings, keeps the blood sugar a little bit more even. The more we spike blood sugar up and down, that's where we have the insulin surge and the cortisol adrenaline drop. So that's going to keep your blood sugar in check. Berberine. Berberine is very powerful, working great. Berberine, barberry, golden seal, right? These have been shown to be very helpful at reducing blood sugar. Again, I'll use berberine for clearing out gut bugs, SIBO, bacterial overgrowth. Berberine is also used to lower cholesterol too, in a kind of a natural way. Tends to not do it in a way that over reduces it, like certain medications may. It has a lot of different mechanisms how it works. It's going to help with insulin sensitivity. It's going to help with glycolysis, helping to break down the blood sugar better. It's also going to help with gluconeogenesis, meaning it's going to help their body produce less glucose from the liver, right? The liver will make glucose through gluconeogenesis. It'll take protein and it'll make new glucose. So gluco means glucose, neo means new, genesis means to form. So it'll form new glucose out of protein typically. And so that's kind of how metformin works too. Metformin's a medication out there, which is typically naturally derived from a French lilac flower. And it works by decreasing glucose absorption in the stomach / intestines, but it also works on decreasing gluconeogenesis, similar to berberine. Now, berberine does knock down a lot of bugs. So you have a chance of, really potentially overdoing it and knocking down the microbiome a little bit too low. And that could impact probiotics. So I would not use berberine all the time. I'd much rather use a nutrient more regularly, i.e. chromium, i.e. ALA. I'd much rather use those things, i.e. cinnamon, kind of more readily. I also add B vitamins. A good B complex is powerful. B vitamins, B1, right, which is going to be, B1 is going to be thiamine. B2 is going to be riboflavin. B3 is going to be niacin. B5 is pantothenic acid. B6, pyridoxine hydrochloride. B7 is going to be biotin. B9 is going to be folate. B12 is going to be B12. And you have your adenosine, methyl, and hydroxyl. But these are important nutrients that help with blood sugar metabolism. When you look at the Krebs cycle and you look at, goes from succinate to malate to fumarate, you look at these intermediary steps around the Krebs cycle, your body will basically take glucose, it'll take fat, it'll take protein, it'll shunt it all into acetyl-CoA, and acetyl-CoA will funnel into the Krebs cycle and pumps around twice. And as it pumps around, it takes magnesium, it takes B vitamins to run that Krebs cycle. So it's very important there's enough B vitamins on board. So a B complex is going to be excellent. Magnesium is going to be excellent. Magnesium is going to help at the insulin receptor site where blood sugar binds, right? Insulin is going to be there to help regulate that. It's going to help with blood sugar. It's going to help with just the overall metabolism and breaking down glucose via that Krebs cycle. So very powerful. So B vitamins, I would just do a B complex. I wouldn't, just say one. If we have lots of peripheral neuropathy, we may add in especially B vitamins, but also B1. We may even add in a fat-soluble B1 called benfotiamine, which is a fat-soluble B vitamin that gets right into the nerve myelin in case there's a lot of peripheral neuropathy and a lot of inflammation. Next, omega-3s. Omega-3s, actually, they're PPAR agonists. So they work on the PPAR agonist mechanism. So they're going to improve adiponectin, which is going to help a lot with appetite. It's going to help with insulin sensitivity. Almost all of these nutrients are going to work on making insulin more sensitive at the receptor site level. Insulin has to dock. Insulin docks. The receptor site of the cell opens up, and then allows glucose to be taken up by the cell. So insulin comes in. It's like, think of insulin as the key. Receptor site is the lock. Comes in, boom, opens it. Now the cell is open, and now glucose can come in. So if we're insulin resistant, now we need 2 keys. Now we need 3 keys. And so to be insulin sensitive, we can go back to 1 key. So we need less keys to open the lock. Now, in this analogy, keys don't have an impact on the environment, but more insulin, like I mentioned, causes vascular issues, denatures collagen, protein, stressful on the kidneys, stressful on the vasculature, makes it harder on the heart. I didn't even mention, but insulin also will knock out, and fructose will knock out eNOS pathways, endothelial nitric oxide synthase. Those are going to be vasodilators that lower blood pressure. When you lower blood pressure, you take stress off the heart. So higher adiponectin levels, which are going to be increased with omega-3s, are associated with better blood sugar control. We're going to be able to manage blood sugar better. It's more of a snake along type of blood sugar versus a roller coaster blood sugar. That's going to help reduce inflammation. Omega-3s are going to work on that prostaglandin 2 pathway. It's going to reduce inflammation, and it also is going to play a role with insulin resistance, meaning you need less insulin, less of the deleterious side effects that insulin causes. Again, when we talk about hormones, it's always the Goldilocks effect, right? Not too high, not too low, just right. Hope that helps, guys. Let me just kind of recap here. We have cinnamon, very important. You can use that on your food, use it on your apples, really nice, going to work on glucose transport, glycolysis. ALA, very powerful. I'll typically do a reverse alpha-lipoic acid, very helpful with peripheral neuropathies, damaged nerve, helping to lower blood sugar. Chromium, excellent, powerful, will work on that insulin receptor site and help with glycolysis and bringing glucose into the cell. Berberine works excellent, will also decrease gluconeogenesis, similar to metformin or French lilac flower. And then your omega-3s are going to be a PPAR agonist. It's going to work on blood sugar stability, insulin sensitivity. I also added some bonus ones in for you. I said 5 today, but I'm over delivering for you guys. A good B complex works on the Krebs cycle, so you can pump that Krebs cycle around, take that acetyl-CoA, use the B vitamins, and also use that magnesium to really help convert that glucose, break it down, and generate ATP or fuel out of it. Hope this helps, guys. Again, my big labs out of the gate are going to be a fasting insulin, get it below 10, ideally below 7, run your functional glucose tolerance test, see how you respond to food. Again, if your waist is starting to get, greater than 35 inches as a guy or 30 as a female, it's a good sign. Your waist will be kind of your insulin meter. So you get a couple levers. You reduce the carbohydrate, do more vegetables, maybe a little bit of low sugar fruit, and reduce some of the starch, or add a little bit of movement. Add some steps, add some resistance training. That'll help your body basically deplete and squeeze that glycogen out of the muscle, and then you have more reservoir to soak up other glucose hanging out in the bloodstream. Hope that helps, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to dive in deeper, there'll be links down below. If you want to reach out to my staff and team, we're happy to help you and provide functional medicine support worldwide if you need that. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe, notifications, bell, comments below. All right, guys, take care. Have a good day.